Welcome to the first episode of Straight Out of COGC. I'm your host Lewis, and I'm with my two guests, Jack and Michael.
Hello.
Hello.
And in this first episode, we're going to be talking about this a genre that all three of us really like. So basically, we will be talking about different genres each episode, but in this episode, we're talking about hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you guys think of hip hop?
Big fan.
I'm a
Big,
big fan as well. It's very, very interesting.
It's probably my most listened to genre.
Same.
Music.
That is definitely mine. But my Spotify rap's just going to be like fucking hip hop artists
Same,
definitely.
for all of it. But what do you guys think hip hop like actually is?
Well, like the thing is, right, the definition of hip hop is kind of a weird one because depending on who you ask, like people will probably give a different answer. Like some people think it's just the same as rap, but it's not really. Like rap's kind of like a component of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop's kind of like a combination of like loads of different things, like DJing and like all sorts of stuff. So it's like it's more like a subculture than a genre almost.
And it's been around for quite a while. This where it actually
has,
started
yeah.
in the 70s. Yeah, am I correct in
The
that?
early 70s, yeah. It started in the Bronx in New York. It's believed that a guy called DJ Kool Herc was kind of like the father of it. He birthed the genre in like block parties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he just experimented with all these different components and these components being like long percussive breaks and improvised vocals and like breakdancing and stuff like that, and that just like birthed the genre pretty much. And then all these other artists like Grandmaster Flash and Erica Bambaataa, they came in and did the same thing pretty much, and yeah, just propelled the genre into.
See, that's weird because I didn't think hip hop would start that early.
Did you think it was like more 80s?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like early 80s to like late 80s that it
I
started.
think that's when it became more popular because that's when like
Yeah.
Beastie Boys and
Yeah.
Run DMC and all that came in. But in 1979 there was a trio called the Sugar Hill Gang, and they released like the first ever hip hop record, and it did quite well. And so without them, I don't think like
What? So that like propelled it.
pretty
to
much.
the
I
next
think
level?
without them, like it wouldn't be the same as it is today.
Yeah, and then that led on to like the 90s where like you had like Biggie's, your Tupacs,
Nas,
Ice Cube, Easy
Snoop
E's,
Dogg.
NWA.
MF Doom, but like
MF Doom,
more
IM
late,
later,
more
yeah.
late 90s. But what was the main talking point of the 90s?
Well, it was probably the beef between
The Biggie Tupac beef
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
started them being friends early on in New York, grew up together,
mm-hmm.
and then they both moved away. Biggie stayed in New York with Bad Boy Records, the label owned by P. Diddy.
P Diddy.
Oh god.
And
Oh, God.
then Tupac moved over to LA, joined up with Suge Knight for Death Row Records,
Mm-hmm.
and they've had beef previously. So then that kind of ruined
Like
Biggie and
yeah,
Tupac's relationship, because obviously West Coast, East Coast,
yeah,
always beefing.
yeah, and that's when Biggie released "Who Shot You" as well. Well, no,
That was
well,
after,
before
yeah,
that. Sorry,
yeah.
before that.
Before that is he released that because Tupac in 1994 was robbed and shot at multiple times, but survived it, and it was suspected to be by P Diddy's record.
So that would mean
Would
that,
not-
that
would
would
be
mean that
surprised.
Biggie's
Yeah.
involved.
So
Do you know what's
they
do you know
cut
what's-
ties.
So it's kind of interesting though. After like Tupac, like said like that about Biggie. Biggie claimed that like the song wasn't written about him. If that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
know.
He tried to say that
Mhm.
like it wasn't a diss track. That like they recorded the song before he got shot.
Yeah, but it was pretty clear.
If you actually listen to it, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's-
I mean, seems a bit. Yeah.
But then Tupac took that to heart, didn't he? And then
Hit him up.
released "Hit 'Em Up," which is probably the best
Diss track
hip
of all
hop diss
time.
track of all time, or best diss track of
Aye,
all
go-
I
time.
think
Yeah.
easily.
He goes after Biggie. He goes after P Diddy. Goes after
The
like
whole
everyone.
of Bad Boy
Pretty much.
records.
Claims that he slept with Biggie's
wife,
wife, if
yeah.
I'm,
Faith
if I'm
Evans.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then after that, he's dead.
yeah, I know.
Probably.
Yeah, and
because
then
Bad Boy Records.
yeah, and then
suspected.
it's a bit funny now because obviously the stuff with we just talked about P Diddy there and all the stuff that's happening now with P Diddy.
I know.
One
It,
of-
it makes sense now.
One of the claims is that P Diddy was involved in Tupac's death. Basically,
So he's just always been controversial, pretty much.
Yeah.
it's just always him and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Just why is it always they two?
I think with the name Puff Daddy as your Netflix, there's always something going to be wrong there.
So,
We
like-
should have known.
So the claim is that P Diddy ordered Tupac to be killed And then in retaliation,
Suge Knight ordered Biggie to be killed
Yeah.
within
Mhm.
like 6
yeah, it
months
was
of
6
each other.
months later. Yeah.
Like literally back to back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I forgot that their deaths are literally like not far from each other as well.
Yeah.
Because they're both involved in each other.
I know. It's funny. It's real funny. But who do you guys think won the Biggie Tupac beef?
Well, I would personally say Biggie, in my opinion.
What?
I asked to
Yeah,
be
it's got to be
Tupac.
Tupac.
Really?
It's not even close.
It's got to be
Why do you- why do you
Tupac.
Let's be
think-
honest.
Or let's hear it. What do you think of that?
The Hit 'Em Up
'Cause Hit 'Em Up,
record
yeah.
is probably the biggest and best diss
I
track
guess so.
of all time.
But remember, it's not just about those two diss tracks. It's about like they did.
I know about that
Press
the interviews,
conferences.
press conferences,
Yeah.
but I still think Tupac won even that.
Well, that's reasonable. I'd say it's reasonable, but
I agree, but I think you're a bit biased, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm
you
biased.
do have a
I do
a
prefer.
Biggie bias,
I do prefer Biggie and East Coast, but
I think I prefer Biggie
Same.
and his
Yeah.
music,
right,
but I still think Tupac won that beef easily.
that's fair enough.
Even in regards to those two, I don't think they were the two best artists of the 90s anyway. I think there was better
Neither.
artists for me anyway.
Nas probably.
It's
that
got to
right?
be Nas.
Easily.
How old was he? But he was like what 20 something
He's
when he released
20
Illmatic, and
I
it's
think he's 21.
in
Yeah,
my
when he
opinion
released
the
it.
greatest hip hop album ever. If not, then the greatest debut hip hop album to ever exist.
I think it probably is.
I think it is. It's got to be top 5 at least. But we'll get into album rankings later
Yeah.
on because we've got some
There's some hot takes.
some very hot takes.
90s, 2000s,
90s, 2000s, 2010s. It's gonna be a good
Yeah,
watch.
Give me a
Good-
wild episode.
yeah, got a whole load of stuff to talk about for you.
A lot of disagreements, I think.
Yeah,
I think me and you are going to have a lot.
probably. Yeah, probably.
I don't
But-
know about me and you.
We'll see.
We will see.
But we've already disagreed with him once.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, in regards to beef, should we talk about the most recent beef
Kendrick and
that
Drake.
has been going on? Yeah, so just like how Biggie and Tupac were like the biggest artists of that era, you can argue that Drake and Kendrick are the two biggest artists right now.
You could include J. Cole in that, but
Yeah,
you kind
they're
of
the
got
big-
scared of
Yeah,
the beef.
yeah, J Cole. But yeah, so
big
we'll
three.
get into that.
We'll get to
So basically, this all happened on in October 2023. Drake released an album called "For All the Dogs," and in one of his songs called "First Person Shooter," featuring J Cole, J Cole decided to rap about how him, Drake, and Kendrick are the current 3 best rappers to date. And on the track, I actually get the quote here. He said, "Love when they argued the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? We the big 3. We started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali." So I think what he's basically
So-
saying, I feel like he's saying like, oh, like we're the biggest 3,
But he's the number one.
I'm number 1 because he's comparing
Which
himself
is just
to.
not true.
No,
I
it's
do
not.
not rate J. Cole at
No,
all.
I think he's alright.
He's alright, but
I think he has some good songs. See, like, what's that one album that he's got?
Oh,
The-
2014 album.
that's it.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's an address, but I forget what it's called. It's like
I'll get it. I'll get it up. I'll get it
But-
up.
I think that is such an overrated album.
I agree.
People put that so highly. I just don't rate it. I think it has a couple good songs.
I can only name like 2 songs on it. I'm not gonna lie. From the top of my head.
Yeah.
2014 Forest Hills
Forest Hill
Drive.
Drive. that's
yeah.
it.
See, I just don't rate it.
I think it's a few good songs. I think No Role Models is
Oh yeah.
No Role Models is decent.
No Role Models, and then
Wet
Wet
Dreams.
Dreams is a banger. That's a banger. But
Yeah, but that's the only two.
That's like the only
yeah,
thing I
yeah.
think of.
That's all.
that is literally the only two I know. But so yeah, after that comment by J Cole, Kendrick responded to that when he featured on a Future and Metro Boomin's album called "We Don't Trust You," and on the song titled "Like That," which is a banger by the way, banger. Still
Great
got it.
song.
I still play that. Featuring Kendrick, rapped about how there is no big 3 and that he is the biggest and the best rapper right now. And by doing this, Kendrick basically escalated and just started like the biggest beef of the year probably, and probably one of the biggest talking points of the year as well.
Right, definitely.
Easily.
So after that, a couple of weeks later, Drake then responded to Kendrick by releasing a diss track called "Push Ups" on April 19th, where he threw shots back at Kendrick and Metro. Basically, he's basically just making fun of Kendrick's height and shoe size. So it's not like that serious
Yeah.
right now. And he told Metro to go make some drums, which we'll talk about later. That's where BBL Drizzy comes in.
Metro did make those drums.
He did. And he also claimed that The Weeknd uses a ghostwriter. Oh my god, I can't say it. A ghostwriter, which is funny, considering Drake has like wanted some of The Weeknd songs before. But I think that's just typical Drake. Like, he
So-
just wants to steal people's
Yeah.
flow all the time.
So does he try to get The Weeknd involved in this as well?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I don't. I never heard like any response from The
I'm not,
Weeknd
I
at
didn't,
all.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know The Weeknd like was even mentioned.
no
Neither,
idea.
neither until I did more research. But yeah, the Weeknd was mentioned in it, but I don't think he
They
responded.
didn't
To
clap back.
I feel like The Weeknd's even too big for
The
Drake.
Weeknd
Yeah.
is the most streamed artist on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think he really.
There's no reason for him to
He's
get
got bigger
involved.
things to
No
worry about
reason.
anyway. But so yeah, after push-ups, Drake. So on the same day, actually, Drake dropped another track called "The Tailor Made Freestyle," which he used AI vocals of Tupac in it.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is quite strange.
Is it,
I know.
Do you think he did that because Tupac's like Kendrick's like
Yeah,
idol, and it's
That's
to,
what
like,
I think,
kinda-
but I still think that's weird. Like, why would you do
That's
that?
weird.
Of a dead
I
person.
know, of a
is
dead
wild.
person. And he also used AI vocals of Snoop Dogg. Like, why can't you just ask
Snoop
Snoop Dogg?
Dogg's still alive.
Why can't you just ask him to
Just
come
ask
on?
him.
But
Because he knows he won't.
I
I don't think Snoop Dogg would have done it to us.
Absolutely not.
nah, no.
Does Snoop Dogg even know about that?
I don't know. Snoop
Probably
the thing-
not.
What I like about Snoop Dogg is
He's too busy greened out in his room, probably.
Snoop Dogg just always does side quests. Like he's just like
I know he's always doing cooking
he
shows.
gets in
He has
like he does cooking
cookbooks.
shows. He does like boxing matches.
He was
like,
on
he's-
WWE last year as
Aye,
well,
aye.
which
He's
was
so lanky though.
I
I feel like he
know,
would
I
just
know.
break.
He's doing side quests.
I can't lie.
I love him.
Hot take. I think Snoop Dogg is one of the most overrated hip hop artists.
Nah.
Mm.
How?
I don't. I just.
He's so good.
Nah, I just don't
See
get that.
Gin and Juice. That is a
Still Dre's a
quality
banger.
song.
Still Dre is obviously
Dre's
a
a
banger.
classic.
Like it's a classic, obviously. But like, I just think if you look at like Snoop Dogg's discography, there are so many ones better than him. I just don't rate it at all.
I think he's
Nah,
like I think
he's
he's
great.
more famous just because he's more like he's likable.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
What, I think he's more like that just because of his personality.
Yeah,
No, but I still think he's good.
I think he's good as well. But I wouldn't. I'm kind of impartial. I can't agree with both of these. Like I don't think he's.
I don't know. That's why I said I think there's so many better. In his era, there was so many better rappers better than him.
That is true.
Yeah, I think there's some better, but you can't say that he's bad just because people are greater.
Yeah,
But I think he's still up there. For the
I'm
90s,
not,
he's
I'm
definitely
not,
up
I'm not even saying he's bad. Like I just think he's a bit overrated. That is all.
I think he's perfectly rated, in my opinion.
I think Dr. Dre's better than him.
I can't
But,
agree with that.
but some people don't even class Dr. Dre as a
He's
rapper.
not a
is
rapper,
it?
mate. I think he's more of a producer.
Like Anthony
Oh,
Fantano
like-
says that he's not a rapper.
Well, I mean, he is a rapper.
He does rap, but I would
He's probably
count
more
him
than
more as a producer.
I guess. So.
Yeah, but
Not a
but in the same time, you can say that Drake's not a rapper because he sings in his songs sometimes.
Well, some people do say Drake's not a rapper. They say he's not black enough to
So,
rap.
yeah, we'll get on
Not
to
my
that.
quote, by the way.
We'll get onto that later. Though he's not saying that, but so yeah, on that song, the AI Snoop Dogg, yeah, weirdly the AI Snoop Dogg claimed that Kendrick has run out of moves because at that time he didn't release another diss track until April 30th. Then this is probably my favourite song of the whole beef. Kendrick released Euphoria from where Kendrick refers to Drake as a master manipulator and also a habitual liar. So I know, and he also goes on multiple rants about how he's a passionate hater for Drake, and he claims that he hates the way that he walks and hates the way that he talks, which is just like,
That is just hater behaviour.
yeah, it literally is. And then, wait, where am I? He also claimed that Drake has zero classics, despite how famous he is, and despite like how many features he gets in his songs, despite how many like streams he gets, like how many monthly listeners he gets. Quote from Kendrick: "He will never be black enough for the hip hop industry," basically saying that he will never be respected in the hip hop industry.
right.
Which, what do you think of that? Because I think
Well,
like
mean-
Drake has made some good stuff throughout the years. Though I think his earlier stuff is better than his new stuff, but like
yeah. But I just think it's how he's took his career is like why he's not respected.
I know. I think it's because like I said earlier on, like he doesn't just rap; he also
Yeah.
sings and does like all this other stuff. But
And also how he grew up. Like he was middle class, he was in TV shows.
yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I
he's in
forgot
Disney,
about that.
Disney Channel, was he not?
Yeah, what was that called
I
again?
forget, but
I forgot. But is
was
that
something like
that clip where he's like, "My local Pinocchio"?
And his name's Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey
Like,
Graham. I know. Yeah.
he doesn't make
that-
it easy for
That
himself.
that just
Solidifies it.
that just screams like body like
Nerd.
yeah,
Yeah,
nerd,
nerd,
nerd.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
I was trying to find the word. But so then on the 3rd of May 2024, Drake released Family Matters, which is probably his best, well, I think is his best diss track in the beef. But he basically took digs at every artist such as Kendrick, Metro, Future, Rick Ross, and ASAP Rocky. Which
Why are they involved?
I know. I was like, well, wait, what's he trying to do here? Like, I think he just does it for publicity sometimes. To
I
be
think that's
honest,
why he went for a weekend at the start.
yeah, probably
Just goes
why.
for a big artist.
But he was mainly digging at Kendrick, and he made
Mhm.
accusations that of domestic abuse towards Kendrick, which I think that's actually been confirmed or not.
No.
I think it's not true.
I don't think it's
I
true. I
don't
think
thi-
it's just like accusations.
He definitely shouldn't be saying that when he's got like way worse
Yeah.
accusations being against
I know, which we'll
We'll get to
we'll,
that.
We'll get to that.
we'll get on to it right now. So then on the same night, Kendrick dropped Meet the
The
Grahams
same night.
on the same
He had
night.
that ready.
Yeah, that's the thing. He pre-recorded it and then waited until Drake dropped, and then
Which is smart.
it's
it
smart,
worked
it's smart,
for him.
which is why I think Kendrick won, but we'll get into that after this. But he basically instead, and the thing is, seeing that track, he's not really rapping. He's more like menacingly like talking.
Yeah, he's just sort of speaking to him.
And he
He's like
get and he
he's like a
gets
supervillain.
Drake's
Saying
family
facts
involved
and
as
stuff.
well.
He's like a
Gets Drake,
supervillain.
he gets Drake's family involved as well. He talks to his son, his mum, and his dad, and then he also makes a claim that Drake has a daughter, which
yeah.
he's
I actually forgot
which
about
he's
that.
hiding. Yeah, and that just like blew
Has
up.
that
the
been
internet.
confirmed? No.
I think that's been confirmed, but like Kendrick wouldn't just say that just for like
No.
the sake of saying it.
Was that like a rumor like before he mentioned it? Because I've never like heard that before.
I've not heard it until he mentioned
Yeah,
it.
same.
I know it's weird, but it's like you would believe it maybe because
It's
like-
quite a random one to
I know,
make up.
and like how Biggie and Tupac were friends, Kendrick and Drake were also like earlier
Yeah.
on, like early on in their careers, they were like friends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they hopped on like songs together and stuff like that, and then they just fell out because Kendrick thinks he's the best, and I don't blame him for it. But then finally, the day after Meet the Grahams, Kendrick released the most annoying song of the year, I think. But he released the final track of the beef, "Not Like Us," where he made accusations of that Drake is a pedo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should get the quote, but he's basically saying he quoted one of Drake's albums called "Certified Lover Boy."
And it says certified. pedophile.
Certified paedophile, which is quite funny. That also blew up the internet. And then since the release of that song, it's broke the record for most weeks on #1 on Hot Rap Songs charts.
That is crazy for a diss track.
I know, for a diss track. And for Kendrick, because you don't really hear Kendrick that mainstreamed enough, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's more like see in the hip hop industry, the only really artist that is like more mainstream is like Drake, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Drake's like the most mainstream.
I definitely.
Like my mum and dad would know Drake,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't really listen to Kendrick Lamar. They'll know him, but they
my
wouldn't
parents, my
listen
parents
to
would
him.
like heard his name before, but
Yeah, same.
I know my mum and that used to listen to Drake. Like
But like Drake's always on the radio. Like
Yeah.
see God's Plan. I hated
Oh,
that song.
One
with
really?
a
One
passion.
Dance.
what? I
One
love that
Dance
song.
I hated as well.
One Dance is another, but well,
Hotline Bling.
Hotline-
I think that's got to
Used
be
call me on my cell phone.
top 10 worst songs of all time.
Whoopsies, sorry. But no, I like God's Plan.
I don't.
I think that's
How
overhated.
does God's Plan go again?
I think people just hate it
like-
because it's popular.
I'm trying to remember.
God's plan. God's plan.
no.
But
I don't mind One Dance. It's a bit annoying, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
I think
But-
that was worse.
That was worse.
Hotline Bling.
or you just listen to Certified Lover Boy and then you'll just realise what's worse.
I actually don't mind that.
I thought there was a few good songs in it, but there's also some terrible
there's
songs in
terrible
it.
ones.
But surely we're all in agreement with this. Who do you think won the Kendrick and Drake beef?
Definitely J.
Drake.
Cole.
No.
We forgot to mention J. Cole actually also apologised to Kendrick.
I know.
Yeah, no, he released.
He got scared.
Did he not make a diss track? but then
7 minute drill, I think, and then he deleted it.
He deleted it.
He deleted that track, and I think was it a concert he was at or something?
Yeah, and he publicly apologised to Kendrick.
Humble guy. You
That's
can't
very
blame him.
That was very humble.
You can't blame him.
It's kind of embarrassing.
But
Though.
then, so then you can't call yourself being in the big three if you're not.
And then you're scared of one of
I
them.
know. But are we all in agreement that Kendrick won?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's not even a debate,
Sure.
sadly.
Yeah, but even like see some of Drake's disses, like they're not even bad.
No.
Like they were actually quite good. Some of them, like except for the tailor-made freestyle, I think that was weird. Like the way he
I
used
don't remember that one.
Tupac
That's
vocals.
weird.
But
I think Kendrick won solely off BBL Drizzy.
oh yeah, I forgot I mentioned about BBL Drizzy as
BBL
well.
Drizzy honestly won the whole thing.
I know we talk about how Drake told Metro Boomin to go make some drums, and then
He made them.
Metro made BBL Drizzy, which is not. It's not even. It's like an AI
Yeah,
track
it's,
as well.
it's AI generated.
But it became like it's probably the most popular TikTok sound this year.
Yeah, because they made it non-copyright,
Yeah.
and then they told everyone to just go make a Drake
This is where we
on
cue
that beat.
BBL Drizzy, by the way. But as I was saying, like I don't even think like some of the disses from Drake were bad, but I think Kendrick's was just too good.
Yeah,
I think Euphoria was like the different beat switches throughout the song, and then like obviously the digs he was throwing at Drake, and then Meet the Grahams where it was more like sinister.
yeah.
I think the fact they had the songs ready to just be released after
I know.
Drake drop was quite clever.
See, even the music videos they made, I think those alone.
Oh yeah.
are
Oh yeah,
better
the
than
Not Like
all of
Us
Drake's
music video.
songs.
Even though the song's annoying, like it's a good diss track,
Yeah.
but I've heard it that many times that it just
And
annoys
then-
me now.
Calling back to when Drake claimed that Kendrick was an abuser.
Oh yeah.
In the music video for Not Like Us, Kendrick gets his wife
Oh,
and his
yeah.
daughter, and they're dancing. They look happy
I
to
know,
like
I
disprove
know,
it.
it's funny, it's funny. I don't know why. Is that because of the Mr. Morale album? Is that
I
why?
don't actually know.
I don't know
I think
why.
he just wanted to say something because he
Probably.
was getting destroyed
Yeah, he was getting
and
smoked.
just threw something out
He was
there.
getting smoked. That was probably like accusations when Kendrick was like underground as well, probably.
I know, probably.
But so yeah, so after the break, we're gonna take a short break, and then after this, we're gonna get into the games that we've got lined up. So
We're not
stay
doing the
tuned.
album ranking
Oh yeah,
first.
we're gonna rank some albums
you-
first.
Do you want to do that first then?
Uh,
doing that
I-
first?
I'll do that first, and then
Right, yeah, cool. So basically, we're gonna be ranking our in our opinion, the top 5 hip hop albums from the 90s, 2000s, and then 2010s. 2010s. So we'll start with the 90s, and then after that, we'll head on to the other ones. But who wants to go first?
I thought we're doing it after the break.
I know,
Oh,
that was-
wait, I thought you said do it now. All right,
No.
we'll go for a break, and then we'll do it after.
Okay, fuck that.
Right, welcome back. So we took a short break
Hello.
there.
Yep.
But so now we're going to get into some more interesting parts of this podcast. So we're going to be ranking our top 5 hip hop albums. So we're going to start from the 90s. We'll go around each other, and then we'll do 90s, 2000s, and then 2010s. So who wants to go first?
Right, I'll go first.
Okay.
So my top 5 albums from the 90s. At number 5, I've got The Infamous by Mobb Deep.
Ooh, I like it.
Number 4, I've got Moment of Truth by Gangstar, which is underrated.
I don't
Definitely.
think I know
I've
that.
not heard
actually.
Very underrated. Very good. Number 3, I've got Elmatic by Nas.
I have the exact same.
3?
You think
Okay.
that should be higher?
Maybe. What's the other ones?
Number 2, I've got Enter the Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
And then number
Fair
1,
enough.
I've got Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest.
I like that.
Like that.
I think Elmatic's got to be at least top 2.
No,
I
I
was-
have Elmatic in 3 as well.
To be honest, see my top 3, they're like interchangeable to be honest. Like I can't really decide where to put them. That's
Fair
just where I
enough.
ended up.
Fair enough. Right. Do you want to go?
Want
Will
me
I
to go
go?
next? Okay. My number 1 is Operation Doomsday by MF Doom.
WW.
Is that number 1 or 5?
Like my number 1.
Oh, right, okay.
Are you doing 1 from
do it.
5?
Yeah, why
Sure.
not?
Alright, cool. That's fine.
Just change it up.
That's
My
fine, that's
number
fine.
2 is Enter the Wu-Tang
Alright.
by Wu-Tang Clan. My number 3 is Elmatic by Nas. Number 4 is Lab Cabin California by Farside. And number
That's a good one.
5 is Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Fair enough.
That's a good one.
Mine's is pretty much similar. But so number 5, I've got Ready to Die by Biggie.
Nice.
Number 4, I've got All Eyes on Me by Tupac.
Okay.
Number 3, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number 2, Enter the Wu-Tang by Wu-Tang Clan. And then number 1, Elmatic by Nas.
We've
So
actually all
we've
got
quite
pretty
similar
similar
Pretty
ones.
similar ones, I think.
Ja-
I feel like
I-
the 90s is hard to pick. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's like
There's-
10 albums total that
Yeah, I
could
know.
be.
I guess so, yeah.
But you've actually got some some niche ones.
Moment of Truth is a really good one.
I
Who's it by?
just think Illmatic needs to be high on your list.
They,
Yeah, I think
It's
Illmatic.
3 in mine as well.
as I said,
I think,
like
yeah,
my
both
top
your
three.
lists, I think
As I said, my top three are like really hard to pick. Like where goes, like what one goes which.
Yeah.
I get that. I just think Illmatic is like the perfect album. I think.
I think it's a great album, but for my like enjoyability and to listen to, it's still top 3, which is good. But I just like others more.
No,
The other two are kind of different. My other two are kind of like different vibes. Like and other Wu-Tang's like quite like rough and like
Yeah, it's like a bit like grungy.
yeah, it's
rap.
like grimy and stuff. And
Aye.
Low End Theory is like kind of jazzy and stuff. And I kind of
Yeah.
prefer those two like vibes a bit more.
fair enough. So 2000s now, Michael. Do you want to start us
Right,
off?
so for 2000s, I've got Late Registration.
Mhm.
Number 4, I've got Food. Like can you? No, MF Doom. Number 3, I've got. I don't actually know how to say it.
Stankonia.
Aye,
by
the
Outkast.
Outcast
Aye.
one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Number 2, Graduation, and number 1, Mad Villainy.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
enough.
fair
Am I
enough.
next?
Yeah.
We've got pretty similar list again. My number 5, Stankonia by Outkast. My number 4, Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. Number 3, Graduation, Kanye West. Number 2 is Food, MF Doom. And my number 1 is my favourite album of all time, Mad Villainy,
Mad Villainy.
MF Doom.
So the only one we had different is you had 50 Cent and I had Late Registration.
yeah,
Right.
Mine's is pretty much. In fact, I don't know if you're gonna like my list.
All right, obviously.
okay,
Right. So number 5, I've got Get Rich Die Trying, 50 Cent.
I like that.
I don't think that's talked about enough. I think like that's a
I was-
also
It's a great album.
I was close to putting that
great,
in.
and that's another debut album as well.
Mhm.
Number 4, I've got Late Registration by Kanye. Number 3, I've got Food, MF Doom. Number 2, I've got Graduation by Kanye.
Mhm.
Number
Pretty
one,
similar.
number 1, I've got College Dropout by Kanye.
Right. I mean,
So I've had to miss
It's
out.
not bad.
I think that's
but
fair enough.
I've had to miss out Mad Villainy. It was either between that or Get Rich Die Trying, but I thought I've already got MF Doom in there.
Did you say you didn't put Mad Villainy on it?
No, Mad Villainy is not
What?
in
So
there.
you have
No, Mad
Food over
I've
Mad
got
Villainy?
I've got Food over Mad.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's
Interesting.
better than Mad Villainy. Yeah.
I think Mad Villainy is like the
It's
best
a
rap
great album.
of all
Great,
time.
it's close between the two of them, but I just prefer Food.
Fair enough, I
Songs
guess, but
wise, I
I
think.
think songs wise it's Mad Villainy. I think
I think,
every
like-
song on that album
I
can
think
listen to.
Food's kind of like more fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, but like
Yeah,
Mad Villainy,
but, like,
Mad Villainy is
musically-
more like
I think Mad Villainy is better.
yeah.
Yeah, like musically it's better.
Yeah, it's like more impressive.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
think.
enough.
It just depends on what you want to listen to.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
know.
vibe.
It's like if I'm listening to MF Doom,
Yeah.
the first song would be like Doomsday,
Yeah.
and then you've got like Whole Cakes, and then after that it'd be like All Caps, which is like my top 3 favorite MF Doom songs still. But so I guess we kind of disagree.
Yeah. I think 2010s. I
Oh,
think we're
this
going to
is-
disagree more.
This is it. This is it. So, do you want to start us off with
Yeah.
2010s, Michael?
Right, so for number 5, I've got a very weird one. You probably won't agree with me on this, but a Tribe Called Quest like last album that released, it's called We Got It From Here. Thank You for Your Service. It's like their last album, and that's one
Never
number 5
heard
on.
that.
Never heard of
Fair
that.
enough.
It's a niche one again. Number 4, I've got 1999 by Joey Badass.
I actually really
So,
like that album.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I
That's a
didn't even
good
think of
album.
that. That's a
Number
good album.
3, I've got Damn. Number 2, To Pimp a Butterfly, and number 1, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Number 1.
It's
Fair
got-
enough.
That's pretty decent.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a lot different though.
All right. Okay. So yeah.
I think mine is a bit different as
Okay. My number 5 is the only same one. I've got Damn by Kendrick.
Right.
Number 4, I've got some rap songs from L
Oh,
Sweatshot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then number 3, I've got Doris by L Sweatshot.
Right.
And then number 2, Let's Start Here, Little Yachty.
Oh yeah.
The album that was inspired
Lil
by
Yachty?
the album that was inspired by Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
It's like kind of what's it called?
It's like ethereal and stuff.
Aye. I forget what's the genre called.
I was
It's
not
like,
expecting a Lil Yachty album
Let's
in your
start here.
top 5 of
I
2010s.
don't rate Lil Yachty, but that album is one of my favourites.
Actually-
It's so good.
I like it as well. It's not my top 5, but
And my
That is
number
good.
1 is Die Lit by Playboy Carti. I think that's a great album. Yeah, you may hate.
Oh,
I love it.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
I think that's a great song.
So it's
Great album.
good album. I don't think it's top 5.
I think it's my top
You're
5.
just a Carti glazer.
I would add a whole lot of red on there, but I don't. I think Die Lit's better.
Fair enough, fair enough. No, but wasn't Whole Lot of Red 2020?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Wait, no.
So,
Yeah, it was.
so you might not like my list, right?
Okay.
So for my 2010, so number 5, I've got Astroworld by Travis Scott,
Right.
and then number 4, I've got To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick,
Okay.
obviously. Number 3, Beautiful Twisted Fantasy by Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick. Number 1, Igor by Tyler the Creator.
Right. That's Igor's
mean-
kind of one you wouldn't think of, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't think of that as
immediately.
like
It's a
a
great,
rap
I know-
album.
I
It's
know.
a great
it's a
album.
great album, but you
I
wouldn't
know,
think of it.
but I know it's weird though, because like
It does rap in it.
I
but
know.
It just doesn't have
Tyler
the feeling
himself,
of a rap
Tyler
album.
himself doesn't like see it as a rap album, like he has said that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also won a Grammys for the best rap album.
Right.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
But I'm
Aye, so you
You
I'm,
can't
I'm,
really describe
it's-
I'm
it.
putting it,
'cause
I'm putting it
unique.
number 1 because Igor is my favorite album of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I
mean,
just think
fair
it's
enough.
perfect from start to finish.
I think on your list having Astroworld, I just don't rate that.
It was between that or Damn.
I would
Right.
add Damn.
I'd say Damn.
Damn was in my 5.
That was mine.
I know Damn was great, but I just think see in terms of influence, see when Travis dropped Astroworld, I feel like it kind of just changed everything.
I mean,
So we had
that's up to interpretation.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and something else.
And me and you had Damn,
Yeah.
but none of you
Was
had
it To
Earl
Pimp a
Sweatshirt.
Butterfly?
Yeah, that's what you used to add.
Aye.
But do you have To Pimp a Butterfly in your top 5?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
How?
I don't know. I like Damn songs better. Like I think they're both great. I think all of Kendrick is great, but
Would you say
I listen
Kendrick has
to
a
Damn
perfect
songs.
discography?
Perfect.
perfect. I don't think anyone has a perfect discography.
Really?
Yeah, I think MF Doom's my favorite artist of all time. He's not got a perfect discography. He's got some terrible songs, but
But
some
I
ones
think
that I
I think
love.
in terms of like hit albums, like
Albums.
if you look at all
I
of Kendrick's
think it
albums,
doesn't miss on an album. Everyone that comes out is getting like an 8+.
fair enough. I
I
think
wouldn't say
I,
perfect.
That's still not perfect.
Yeah,
I think Mr. Morale doesn't get enough love. I think that's like nearly top 3. I think
what top 3
top 3
album
Kendrick
of all time?
top 3 Kendrick albums.
I think it's all right.
I don't think it gets talked about enough, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, to be fair.
I've listened to it quite a lot, so that's probably why. But I say we kind of agree, but I think I put Igor number 1 because I think that's like,
Yeah.
I think because it's different. It's obviously different to like
Yeah.
other hip hop albums as well, because of like the pitch vocals and stuff like that, and the fact that like Tyler doesn't show the features as well.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
makes people guess like who's on the song. Like I did not know Carti was on Earthquake until you told me.
He does like the high
You-
pitched voice on it.
I don't know what bro's speaking there, but it's a banger.
So was the 2000s one like our most similar? Like, I think it was.
I think it was that of the 90s.
Yeah.
I called it our 2010s would be very different.
Yeah.
But I think that's mainly because of mine. Because I've got Earl Sweatshirt, Lil Yachty, Playboy Carti.
Earl Sweatshirt twice.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Fair enough. So, what is the so we've done the albums now. So what we're gonna head on to the games now, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to be...
Jack's got a big game lined
Yeah.
up for us. So
I've got a
And
couple for you.
The audience can feel free to play along.
Exactly.
the one, yeah.
I'll be the game master.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to guess the top 5 most streamed rap albums of all time.
Most streamed rap albums of all time.
Yeah. So
Right.
the albums with the most streams
Right,
on
so-
Spotify.
Do we take it on turns?
Yeah. So
Right.
you go first.
Okay, I'll say Damn.
Damn is not there.
Is it not there?
No,
Did it? Do you know where it comes
no.
at all? Right.
But I know there's no Kendrick.
No Kendrick, right?
No Kendrick at
No
all.
Kendrick at all.
What? Right. Okay. Most streamed. So this is like most played on Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
So you're trying to
Oh,
you're
God.
not thinking of like best. You're just thinking
Yeah.
like most popular.
Because I don't think any of these are the best.
All right.
One of them was on your list.
Okay. I'm trying to remember his list.
90s, 2000s, or 2010s.
2010s. They're all 2010s plus.
I thought that.
You said Kendrick wasn't on it.
Mm-mm.
Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Nope.
What?
No Kanye.
No Kanye?
No Kanye.
What is this list?
I'll give you a hint, okay?
Uh-huh.
There's 2 of Drake.
To Drake.
Oh,
You have to
come
guess what
on.
ones.
I actually don't even know his
I
albums.
didn't know Drake albums.
Are we allowed to search Spotify up?
No,
What's the
Is it any-
album? What's the album with
Is it
Hotline Bling in it?
any Travis Scott?
that is.
Is it Astroworld?
Astroworld is number 5.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
So you get a point.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So,
It's on to you now.
so how many points you got?
I've got 1 point.
One.
Got 1 point.
You got the 5th.
Should we keep
most.
track of this?
Yeah. You right.
Have you got like other lists as well?
Yeah, I've got other lists.
my bag.
Lewis,
See your bag.
Oh, sorry.
you can think while you're doing that.
Yeah.
What?
Why every time like this?
That's great audio, that is.
I know. Most streamed. What is Drake's album called with Hotline Bling in it? I like to search up on Spotify.
No.
No, bro.
I'll give you a hint. One starts with an S and one starts with a V.
Oh mate, I don't know. I actually don't know. What the hell? So I'm gonna forget about Drake now. So top 5.
So there's
So,
another 2 that's
What was that
not
clue you
Drake.
just said?
Hmm?
What was that clue you just said? One of them starts with
One starts with an S, one starts with a V.
the albums.
The albums,
One
yeah.
starts with an S. One starts with a V.
Yeah.
So there's no Drake, and no Kanye.
There is Drake.
There's 2.
Oh no,
there's
no,
two
no,
Drake.
no, sorry,
Kendrick,
sorry, no
no
Kendrick,
Kanye,
no
Kanye.
Drake.
No Kendrick or Kanye.
Oh my, why do I keep saying no Drake?
No Kendrick.
No-
No Kanye.
Bro.
That is 2 Drakes.
See,
I wouldn't expect that.
I don't think you're getting these. I'm not
Really?
really. I don't think you're getting these.
So
Do
we've got.
you
so
want me
we've
to
got-
give you a hint for the number 1?
Yes.
Mhm.
The guy's name starts with X.
XXX Tentacion.
What's his album called?
I don't even know what his album's called. I know.
Exactly.
Is it the album? The cover's like his face.
No, it's the one.
It's like a white and black
Yeah,
album.
white and black. I know what it's called.
And there's something on it, which is the name
It's got a
of the
question
album.
mark.
Oh, so
Question
that's
mark.
it.
Yeah,
Question mark
there we
by
go.
X. Okay, so you get 5 points
5 points. Oh my god.
Wait, that's the most streamed album.
of all time.
Really?
Jesus
Most streamed rap
Christ.
album. His
I was
songs
not
were
expecting-
massive, and they were all on that one album.
To be fair,
That's true.
Especially after he died.
Yeah.
oh yeah, X
Like they
was
just blew up.
X was balling.
There's another album of someone who's died.
The Juice WRLD.
Oh, what's it called?
I don't know what it's called. Is it?
Oh, I know what it's
I
called.
know some of the songs on it, but I don't know what.
If I say good, do you get it?
No.
Good's in the name.
Good.
Good.
Is it the first word?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, good riddance.
Yep.
Yes.
My God.
Good
Is that
one.
not? That's 2 points.
There
Then.
we
Yeah,
go.
that's 2 points.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think you know the name of the last 2.
See-
Like the Drake albums.
I don't know it. I don't.
Do you want me to
'cause
just
I
give
don't,
you them?
Just
I don't listen to Drake's albums to be honest with you.
It's Scorpion.
Scorpion.
And then Views is the one he's
Views. That's what I was thinking.
see.
of.
I don't even.
Oh my god, that's annoying me.
So
Okay.
I've got 1 point. You've got 7.
on. Yeah. Okay. You can come back here though.
Right.
This is the top 5 best 2000 rappers according to ranker.com.
Right.
So this has
2000.
1 billion votes on it.
Okay. So
Right.
now, first of all, would you say you agree with the list, like somewhat, like to an extent? Or do you think
Yeah.
it's? Do you?
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't say they're my top 5, but
Okay.
like they're
But you think-
interchangeable.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's 2000s.
Yeah. So you can go first.
Okay.
You're trying to get number 1 here.
Okay. Would Kanye West be on there?
He's not
Not at all. Oh God.
I think this is early 2000 by the way.
Oh,
like
right,
really
okay.
early.
Okay.
Right. So I say 50 Cent's got to be on there.
50 Cent is number 2.
Jesus.
That's 4 points.
Oh,
Lewis
God.
is storming away.
Oh god.
Okay, it's back to you.
He's number 2 in the 2000s. Oh wow. I think he's top 5. I would say he's number 2. I think.
I'll give you a hint.
Right.
Number 1 is 50 Cent's like prodigy basically.
It's Prodigy.
hmm
Oh god, this is gonna annoy me now.
What's it like? Eminem.
Yep.
Is it
Eminem
Eminem?
is number 1.
Let's
Like, I
go.
think it's quite wild, but I can also see it.
I know, but Eminem was massive in the 2000s. So.
It was.
Okay, so back to you.
So.
You've got 1 and 2.
Wait, so how many points do you have now?
I've got 6 and you've got 11.
So I need to screw up massively here.
Mhm.
So top 5 of the 2000s. What other people were there? This is gonna annoy me now. So Kanye's not on there, yeah.
No.
MF Doom.
No.
I was thinking of saying after him, but I just don't think it would be there.
Do you want another hint?
Yes.
I'll give you a hint on number 3.
Okay.
It's a duo.
Oh, I know who it is. Is it Outkast?
It's Outcast.
Who's that? Number 3?
That's number 3. So
3
you get
points.
3 points.
Oh, I'm balling this. Right,
Do you want a hint on number 4?
go for it.
They've got Lil in front of their name.
Lil.
hmm
Oh, I keep doing that.
Is it his turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil.
What if he doesn't get it?
I might know who it is.
See if I give you a 10-second countdown. Do you think you can get it?
Lil
Yeah.
Baby. I don't
It
know.
is not Lil Baby.
Is it Lil Wayne?
It's Lil Wayne.
Oh my god, I'm
2
an idiot.
points.
Was it?
Oh, I'm
2
such an
points.
2
idiot.
points.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I've got the same amount of points now.
Oh my god.
They come
You can't call me a hip hop fan.
Okay.
Have I not got that? Oh my god.
Number
Right.
5, I'll just give it a clue and one of you can chime in.
Right, okay.
He's on all 3 of our lists for 2000s.
Is he?
Well, no, I think we had him on the 90s one actually.
So,
And we said best album.
right.
Nas.
Nice. Okay.
Come on.
So that's 1 point.
Back in it. Come on.
Okay.
I think of him more of like a 90s rapper, that's why I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, that's why I didn't say Nas.
I think that's why he's top 5.
Right.
If it was 90s, I think he'd be higher.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay,
the
so-
next one.
So far, I've got 11 points, you've got 12.
Okay, so
Right.
so this will decide it basically. Top 5 rappers with the most Grammys.
Most Grammys. Okay. Kanye West.
He is number 1, and he is joint with Jay-Z.
Is he?
Yeah. So
Right.
you could have said either, and you would have got number 1.
Fair.
So you get 5.
Most Grammys, just say.
hmm
Eminem.
Eminem is number 3,
Yeah, right.
so you
Cool.
get 3 points. So number 2 is still there. You could get 4 points.
Right. Who else is there? This is just all time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
One of them, I wouldn't really consider a rapper.
Would you not?
No.
I'm stumped actually.
Do you want a hint?
Yes.
Number 5 was part of a duo and is now a solo act.
Alright. So
I think I know who it is.
I'm trying to think of duos apart from Outkast. What is it? Is it Andre 3000?
It is
I was
Andre
gonna say that as
3000.
well.
My next hint was going to
I
be
didn't
dropped
think-
a flute album.
I did not think it was Andre 3000.
Okay,
Right.
you've still got number 2 and number 4 left.
So most Grammys. So we've already said Eminem, said Kanye and Jay-Z.
hmm There was a recent beef with one.
Kendrick.
That's number 2.
Yes, come on.
That's 4. The last one, I don't think you're getting.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a hint, and I'm just going to say Minion.
Rich.
Minions.
Minions. Oh, Pharrell Williams.
Yep.
Oh, come on, man.
How much is
I
that?
would have got that as well.
That's only 2.
So 2 points.
Yeah.
Mate, we're tied.
How,
Tied.
man?
Oh,
tied.
I've got another one then.
Hey. Okay,
Oh, right,
this is
so
the
this is
decider.
the decider. Right,
Well,
okay.
this is the who has more monthly listeners. So
Right.
I'll just
Right.
give you a point for
Okay.
each one.
Alright, okay.
Okay. You ready?
Right, yeah.
MF Doom or Nas? Who has more monthly listeners? It is very close, by the way.
Nas.
I think it's MF Doom to us.
You get the point.
Yes.
Nas has 9.3 million. MF Doom has 9.1.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
It's just 1 point.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, next one. Lil Yachty or Baby Keem?
Lil Yachty.
Baby Keem.
It is Baby Keem.
What?
Come on.
Lil Yachty has 17.9. Baby Keem has 18.1.
Oh my god, these are
Close
You,
again.
you get these next 3 to 1.
I know.
Okay. Wu-Tang Clan or Tribe Called Quest? Whoever says it first.
Wu-Tang.
I was gonna say Wu-Tang as well, but I don't.
Wu-Tang, is it?
Is it?
What, so did you both get a point?
Well, he said it first, so I think.
Yeah.
Alright. What, so is he one?
I guess so.
Wait, do give both. And then the next one I'll say who goes first.
Right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Tekashi 6ix9ine
Oh my
or
god.
Chief Keef?
Who actually listens to Tekashi 69 though?
You would be shocked. How many?
Would I be shocked?
Mate, nah. See, I don't
Whoever
want.
says it first.
I don't want to say 6ix9ine.
I'm
But I think
saying-
it might be
I'm-
6ix9ine.
I'm saying. Fuck, I don't know.
I hope it's not 6ix9ine. but I
What, you
think
said
it is.
6ix9ine?
Yeah, I think it is 6ix9ine.
Well,
just
you're
'cause
wrong.
he's so. Oh, for.
So you get the point.
Cool.
Tekashi 6ix9ine has 10.5 million.
How?
Chief Keef has 12.
I'm sorry. He is one of the worst
Wait,
artists
how
I've
much have
ever
they
heard.
10.5 million and 12.
Right.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
What-
This is the last one.
What this goes, that's the last one?
This is the last one.
Okay, it's a good one then.
Is it?
John Cena
Oh, okay.
or Shaq.
Oh, so
They
John,
are
very
John,
close.
I mean John Cena. John Cena. I think.
You are correct. And it's only by like 50,000.
Really? Because
Really?
didn't John Cena make his own theme?
Yeah,
song?
he made it
he
on-
made his
he-
own theme song
Yes.
that carried him.
And he made it. He made his own album as well.
Yeah.
He made a rap
But-
album.
it was
Yeah.
good.
Basic Thugging it.
It's actually
Yeah.
quite good.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
World life.
unironically
This is
good.
basic thugonomics.
I'd actually listen to it.
I know.
It's actually a banger, yeah.
It is.
But
So that means I've got 22 points and Lewis has 21.
Ooh, he's made the comeback.
Oh,
And he has
how,
won
mate?
it in the end.
I know.
mate, I did get enough time.
Should have been
Boo.
faster.
To be fair,
That's
I think
something.
there was times where it was his turn and I was just like,
Yeah, exactly.
So I probably cheated a wee bit.
Or whatever. But
I was also giving close out generously.
I know.
I think this will round off
Yeah, I think
the
that
first
was a-
episode
that
of
was a good way
Straight
to
to
end it.
COGC.
Yeah.
I thought it went quite well, yeah.
But we'll be back for another
We'll be back. We'll be back in a few weeks for
pop.
Pop.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be
Yeah.
talking about pop next episode, so stay tuned. But I've been Lewis, my two guests, Jack and Michael,
Thank you for
and
having me.
we'll see you soon.
Right, see
Goodbye.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.